Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Paranormal News. Tonight's article comes from timesofisrael.com, and the headline is Futuristic Device from Israeli Firm Puts Music in Your Head Without Headphones. Sounds pretty awesome. Sound beaming 3D technology from Noveto Systems tracks ear and sends it audio using ultrasonic waves, creating personal listening pockets. It was written by Louise Dixon, and it was published November 13th, 2020. London. Imagine a world where you move around in your own personal sound bubble. You listen to your favorite tunes, play loud computer games, watch a movie, or get navigation directions in your car, all without disturbing those around you. That's the possibility presented by sound beaming, a new futuristic audio technology from Noveto Systems, an Israeli company. On Friday, it will debut a desktop device that beams sound directly to a listener without the need for headphones. The company provided the Associated Press with an exclusive demo of the desktop prototype of its Soundbeamer 1.0 before its launch Friday. The listening sensation is straight out of a sci-fi movie. The 3D sound is so close it feels like it's inside your ears, while also in front, above, and behind them. Noveto expects the device will have plenty of practical uses, from allowing office workers to listen to music or conference calls without interrupting colleagues, to letting someone play a game, movie, or music without disturbing their significant others. That's what I would use it for. So that my wife could listen to music. She loves to listen to music all the time. So she could listen to her music and I wouldn't have to hear it, and I could do whatever I'm doing and not have that blaring in my ears constantly. The lack of headphones means it's possible to hear other sounds in the room clearly. The technology uses a 3D sensing module and locates and tracks the ear position, sending audio via ultrasonic waves to create sound pockets by the user's ears. Sound can be heard in stereo or a spatial 3D mode that creates 360-degree sound around the listener, the company said. The demo includes nature video clips of swans on a lake, bees buzzing, and a babbling brook, where the listener feels completely transported into the scene. But even CEO Christopher Ramstein finds it hard to put the concept into words. The brain doesn't understand what it doesn't know, he said. In a Noveto demonstration conducted via Zoom from Tel Aviv, Soundbeamer product manager Ayana Wallwater was unable to hear the sound of gunshots on a gaming demo. That's the point, but she does not get to enjoy the reactions of people trying the software for the first time. Most people just say, "Wow, I really don't believe it," she said. You don't believe it because it sounds like a speaker, but no one else can hear it. It's supporting you and you're in the middle of everything. It's happening around you. By changing a setting, the sound can follow a listener around when they move their head. It's also possible to move out of the beam's path and hear nothing at all, which creates a surreal experience. You don't need to tell the device where you are. It's not streaming to one exact place, Wallwater said. It follows you wherever you go, so it's personally for you, follows you, plays what you want inside your head. This is what we dream of, she added, a world where we can get the sound you want. You don't need to disturb others, and others don't get disturbed by your sound, but you can still interact with them. After his first listening experience, Ramstein asked himself how it was different from other audio devices. I was thinking, yeah, but is it the same with the headphones? No, because I have the freedom, and it's like I have the freedom of doing what I want to do. And I have these sounds playing in my head as there would be something happening here, which is difficult to explain because we have no reference for that. While the concept of sound beaming is not new, Noveto was the first to launch the technology, and their Soundbeamer 1.0 desktop device will be the first branded consumer product. Ramstein said a smaller, sexier version of the prototype will be ready for consumer release in time for Christmas 2021. You know, I was trying to think how we compare sound beaming with any other inventions in history. And I think the only one that came to mind is the first time I tried the iPod. I was like, oh my God, what's that? I think sound beaming is something that is as disruptive as that. There's something to be said about it, doesn't exist before. There's the freedom of using it, and it's really amazing. And that is the end of this article. So this one is pretty cool, I think. And also kind of scary if you think about it. It's cool because hey man, you can get music or your game or your movie you're watching or whatever beamed right into your head and you can just sit there and listen to it and doesn't have to bother anybody. Think about all of the possible uses, both nefarious and non-nefarious, of this technology. Imagine children that are in school who have to take a test, and the night before, instead of studying, they simply go through and they give themselves all the answers that are going to be on the test. All the things like, say it's a vocabulary test or whatever, then they will read the word and read the definition. If it's a spelling test, they will sit there and spell the word onto a tape, and then they can play it in their head while they're taking the test. It's going to make cheating a lot easier. The other thing I want to talk about really quickly on this isn't an episode of Staring, so I'm not going to go super deep on it. But this kind of matches a lot of the conspiracy stuff that we've heard in the past about the three-letter agencies that are able to beam secret messages directly into your mind and subliminally make you do things. That is used a lot of times when people go and do really bad things they shouldn't be doing. And they say, well, that person was hearing voices that was telling them to do it and all this. And we just chalk it up to being schizophrenic. But the conspiracy theory here is that these government agencies have the technology to be able to beam those directions right into their head. So if they get a hold of this person and they put them through hypnosis and they have trigger words that will cause them to act out a certain behavior, such as going someplace and doing whatever that person wants them to do. Usually it's a pretty bad thing. I'm not going to say what it is because they'll flag my video, but you all know what I'm talking about. All they have to do is beam that trigger word directly into that person's mind. It activates them. The hypnotic state takes over, and they go and do the horrible, tragic thing. Now, that was always considered to be ludicrous and conspiracy for many years. But now, all of a sudden, in the news, we have a story that I just read you that says that this technology is available. It exists. And not only does it exist, but it's becoming available to the public. They're going to start selling it. So if they're at the point already where they're going to start selling this technology, that means they've developed it and they've tested it already, which means it's been around for several years already, if it's brand new now. But remember what I've always told you. When new technology like this comes out and it has something to do with a lot of conspiracy stuff you heard before, chances are this technology was in the hands of the government for decades, and it was being used for decades. And now it's becoming public. It's just starting to filter through, and everybody's acting like it's brand new, but it's not. It's been there for a long time. So keep that in mind. As always, it is up to you to decide what you think about this. Do you think that this technology is what the governments have been using to control people? Do you think that those conspiracy theories are correct? Or do you think that this is brand new tech and it's for the first time it's ever been developed? Let me know down in the comments what you think. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.